Well, I told you I had the thing special planned for you, and I definitely do. I said it was going to be Super 7, and here it is. It's the Super 7 TMNT Ultimates Party Wagon. Wow, this thing is huge. I'm barely fitting this in the frame here. Can't do a 360 of the box, just way too big. But we'll check it out and go over this amazing set based on the design of the original Playmates Party Wagon, but with a few upgrades, of course, because of that little modern aspect to it. So you can check out here, it still has that gunner seat on it. There's the option to customize it with stickers if you want it looking like that classic Party Wagon or you want it looking your own way. Ton of accessories you see here. There's headgear, there's tools, there's a tow hook, there's still those classic bombs, there's a roadkill Mauser, and pizza rims if you want to change up the rims a little bit. You can see that great sticker set there that allows you to customize it, much like the original wagon. And then back here you can see some shots of the interior, which we're going to check out with our Ultimates figures to see how this thing looks. But I'm really excited to hop in and check this guy out. I'm sure you guys want to see how this thing compares to the original, so we're going to do that as well. So why don't we just hop right in and check out this awesome Party Wagon. Okay, well this is a little too big for me to give you any kind of close-up. We'll try to do that in a moment, but I can't get the whole box and frame if I wanted to do that. So I figured we could start with an unboxing here and then take it from there, figure out how this will all look as it comes together. So as we open it, the first thing you're going to see, and I'll spin this around, is you get the new owner's pack, which comes with the stickers and an instruction guide on how to put this together. And right on the top, we see some pieces already. This looks like the stereo equipment that goes inside the interior of the wagon. And then we have this little plastic tray that I'm trying to sneak out here so you can take a look at it. And this plastic tray here is going to have all the pieces that go inside. You got your bombs, your tools, your headgear, your toolbox, the tow cable, the roadkill Mauser, all those things. I'll give you a close-up when we get there. I want to get the vehicle out at least when we're this far back from the camera so you guys can see that as it comes out. Have a little trickiness here getting this. I think it's all in one big taped up block. Yep, so I'm going to try to slide this out as best I can with this. Yeah, it's kind of connected in the middle, so we'll slide it out here. Once you get this giant styrofoam crate out of this box, then you could there's nothing else in the box. You can sort of move that off to the side. So I'm going to cut this up in half. I see a little plastic seal on this side, a little piece of tape, and there's one on this side as well. So I'm just going to cut those two. There's one on, okay, there's one on every side. So we have, oh, and this isn't a very straightforward one. This is one of those ones that kind of zigzag around, a little bit extra security so it doesn't accidentally get cut straight across. And then we'll cut this one too. All right, with all four of those cut, we should be able to lift this giant piece off now. And there we go, there's our Party Wagon. Wow, look at the size of this still, massive, even out of the box. The box added a little bit of bulk to it, but it's still a very large Party Wagon. So now we want to try to maneuver this guy out. I'm going to try turning it upside down. Yep, that seems to work. Part of me is I toss that. Here is our Party Wagon. It is still very large. You know, it's mostly assembled. You don't have to put the mirrors on or the cannons on. You're going to have to put on some stickers. Looks very bland without them. I mean, I don't know how you want to design your Party Wagon, but you can see that this looks pretty nice already. I mean, it's got glass on the windows here. It comes with the pizza rims on them. You could take them off if you want to go for that classic Playmates look. It still has the cannons on here, still the same coloring. All those aspects of the original is here. There's a nice rubber band all the way around the top here to keep this together. Instead of trying to figure out how to take this off, I am just going to cut it with my sprue cutters. And there we go. And then there's another rubber band up here. This one is around the body of it as well. So 2 rubber bands sealing it all in, and then you got to kind of figure out how to get those off. Yeah, I mean, this thing is very secure in there, very large. I want to say 2 feet across, maybe, or at least 18 inches. You can see the glass on the windows here. You can see the front, that nice turtle shell. Look underneath, you got a nice little muffler there. And yeah, I mean, they had a lot of design on this thing. I'm going to bring you in closer now that we got it open so you guys can see some of the finer detail. and we'll, check out those accessories and start putting them on. So why don't I do that, and we'll hop into a closer shot. Well, a little bit closer now. We have our Party Wagon out of the box. It has a lot of the same functionality as the original with this little visor here. There's a little latch to catch it on there. It has a actual windshield this time instead of just holes like the original did. It has reflective mirrors here for the side view mirrors. The doors actually open, so you could do a little pull here and you can get your characters in this way. The big change here on the gunner seat is that it pulls open now instead of lifts open when you lift the top. So you can see that gunner seat coming out here. And you can see, I love this duct tape they have here to fix the cushion on the seat. So that's really nice. And then the real fun is on the interior here. So I'll pop this open, and I'll give you guys like a little look, but I'll take you on a journey around this later. But you can see on the interior here, we have very spacious interior. Again, those couches with the duct tape. And I'll take you in another shot just to show you from the top view, and we'll put some characters in there. It's kind of hard to see on a flat shot like this. You have the back here. This opens up, and you have the inside where all the motor components are. And that's basically a nice round view of what we have here, and we'll come in for closer interior shots. The owner's manual here opens up, and there's this driver's license. It's really fun with wrap and disguise. You can fill it out however you like, customize it. There's some little smoke or gunshot stickers, the clear transparent ones that you can put on the windshield. I remember these were big on Turtles toys. There were a couple Turtles toys that had these where you could add these for extra fun. There's some bumper stickers for your actual car. My other car is a Party Wagon, and you have honk if you're hungry for pizza, and then boot the foot. So that's pretty cool too. So you get a bunch of your own little customizable stickers for your own car if you want to celebrate that fandom a little bit more. It's a fun little bonus I didn't know about that was coming with the set. And then of course you get this awesome little key tag or key fob from Super7. It just says TMNT Party Wagon Super7, so pretty nice there. And then you got the stickers here to customize however you want. So you could put them on, or you could leave them off and leave it like a clean look like this. I kind of like the throwback look, but you have those options. So I want to show you the accessories really quick before we start getting into the wagon. First of all, if you don't like the rims on here, these do pull off. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm fairly certain they come off. So we're going to give it a little tug here. Oh, there we go. Yep, they pop off pretty easy. It's just a round peg in there that's pressure fitted. So if you wanted that cleaner look where it looks more like the vintage Party Wagon from Playmates, you just need to get your hands behind these things and give them a little tug, and eventually you get them off. To take a little bit of a pressure pull, but then you could have that clean rim look. The pizza rims, when they're on there, they spin, so that's kind of fun if you wanted to upgrade it a little bit with the spinning pizza rims. But that's basically how you get those off. I searched around online. I haven't seen a lot of people pulling them off. They just don't know how, maybe. But that's how you take them off, or they're afraid to break them. We're not afraid to break things here at CTR. We have broken figures before, especially in the middle of a review, and we've done it with grace that you hopefully haven't noticed us do it. So here are the accessories without that glare on there. We have all these tools for the toolbox. We have these little additional head pieces here for some gear. That crushed Mauser for a roadkill Mauser, the 2 bombs, and then the chain here, which we'll see, yeah, it is functional, so you can roll it back up, the tow chain. So that's pretty cool. We'll see where this mounts on the back in a moment. I want to check out these other parts. So here's that roadkill Mauser, and that looks pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, they really got it down, and okay, the jaw doesn't open. That would take it over the top if you can make it scream. But the jaw doesn't open. Let's see how it fits on the tire there. Perfectly the width of the tire, the front and back tires. Yep. It's going to be a little bumpy ride going over the back, but that does perfectly fit there. Here are giant bombs. These are really solid. I think these are just cast in resin, so they're solid bombs here. A little weighty. And then we have our great toolbox. That's solid too. Nice handle grip on that. We'll see how that goes with Donnie or somebody when they hold it. Of course, we got a blowtorch. Put that blowtorch in there. We have a couple of wrenches. Here we go. We have a plunger. Throw that in there. A couple of wrenches. I'm going to use my X-Acto knife just to get these out. These things are always like form fitted in there, and my fingers are way too big. If you have like little sausage hands like me, well, not little sausage hands, huge sausage hands, I just can't fit these things anywhere. Plump fingers are not compatible with tiny toys. Looks like we got a can of ooze in here. I'll throw that in the toolbox. Who knows? You never know what you need it for. We got a screwdriver. This looks like a Phillips head. And then we get a screwdriver standard. And then we have a mallet, a sledgehammer, a mini sledge or something like that, or a mallet. So that is our toolbox. You get a nice assortment of tools there. And then we have our sunglasses. We have the welding helmet. We have a, looks like a skateboarding helmet. And then we have a, looks like a pilot helmet with lenses on it. And that is basically all we got here in the set. And then we have the only other thing I didn't show you is the stereo. And the stereo clips in on the interior. I'll take you guys in for an interior shot in just a moment so you can see all that great detail. And we'll throw our boys in green in there too so you can see how they fit in. Now the stereo has this fun thing where it has a handle pop up so it could turn into a boombox, and you could use it outside when you're working on your Party Wagon, or you could fold it down and slide it into the center console, and I'll show you that in a moment, and use it on the interior as well. So you have all these great accessories. You have this great Party Wagon, and then you have the ability to attach this tow line somewhere in the back here. There are no instructions. I checked. I did not see any. I can't seem to see any acknowledgement that instructions exist on this thing. So I think what this does is it just clips onto the bumper like so, and then you just kind of make it work. There we go. So you get it on there like that. It makes it difficult to use this if you have this clipped on here. So I guess once you close the door and clip this on, you can't really open the the panel to do any kind of work on the engine there. But fortunately, you can take this on and off. I do think you're going to scratch the paint over time, the chrome on the bumper. So my suggestion would be you just try to keep it in the same spot every single time. There we go. So now I have my door shut and I have my tow capacity on there. And then if I wanted to roll it back up, I got that ability on there. I would have given it a little more clearance or made it attach underneath or something like that. The problem is you're just going to have this problem where you can't use the back with the tow cable on there. And the back is great. You can see all those insides, and you want to be able to have some fun working on it with the turtles in a nice little display. So that is essentially the exterior of the unit. Like I said, both of these doors open. We're going to open everything. We're going to take you on a journey on the inside here. I'm going to see how this goes. Why don't we pop open the side here and test out the bombs though while we're in this view. So if we pop the door open here, so now, as you recall, initially what would happen is the door would just pop open and the bombs would slide out immediately. You get to control it this time, so you kind of tilt it and then just kind of kick them out any way you want. They're not going to just fire off like they used to. So that's a fun little marvel of a design. Before they would always just roll right off and take off every single time. So you get the option of picking up the pace on those. And then in terms of the stickers, just really quick, what we got here is we have the fin sticker that goes in the back there. We have Boot the Foot, we have Foot Stinks, we have Cowabunga, the skateboard, the It's Party Time, and then these I believe are the two bomb wraps. You get to put these around the bomb and then the label Laughing Gas and Stink Gas. So I will pop those on while we're switching to an interior shot, so then you guys can see what these look like as well. All right, time for those interior shots. I threw a whole bunch of the guys in there because I wanted you to see how many figures you could fit in here, and you could pretty much fit 6. I mean, pretty easily. I could throw another guy in there next to Donnie, maybe Casey, and then there'd be 2 more driving up front. So you could really fit these guys in here comfortably. I have Leo standing just because I was going to start taking them out because I want you guys to be able to see what it looks like inside and not just the figures. So like I said, pretty spacious. which it needs to be. I mean, you're trying to accommodate it for the Ultimate, so it'd be kind of silly if it wasn't scale with the figures. So as you can see here, once we get all our characters out, we get a very nicely detailed interior. We have that duct tape along the seatbelts. Of course, the seatbelts are not functional. I love the little extra little red tip there for the release. Has that old throwback school bus seatbelt look to it. Of course, we have the gunner seat there with an actual functional belt to hold the character in as you swing him. And then back here we have some pizza slices, another tool there. Let me get that stereo in I was telling you guys about. That should just slide right into here, and there it is. So that's how the stereo fits in once you have it in there. So you could get maximum sort of viewing angle because the back actually opens up, not just the top. So you can get that full range in there. So let's try to slide down in here, and you guys can see the interior here really nicely. You see the steering wheel, you can see the gauges, the brake, the clutch, I mean everything here. The steering wheel doesn't turn or anything like that. And then on the passenger side you have some little meters and probably the controlling the AC and whatnot. You have the stereo there in the middle, a little turtle communicator. I mean, it's got a full range of gauges and everything you could possibly need for a Turtle Party Wagon. And then again, you got a nice little seat with seat belts and duct tape. And then if you wanted to take the visor down, you can take the visor down by popping it, and then you get that little restricted view, but you can still see through there. So that's pretty much the interior. I just wanted to give you a quick pan so you guys could see everything. It's hard to see it when you're looking at it from the front, but it's a very nice interior. I love that sort of truck bed bottom to it where it has that metal look. I mean, they really nailed that. And again, you have that great stereo system, and if you want to, you just pop it out easily and take it with you on the go. So that is the interior of the Party Wagon. All right, so here we go. Last thing I want to show you is the stickers. I got all those on there. You can see them on the side. There's no instructions. There's no sort of shape or cutout. You're just putting them on. I matched the look on the box here. They stick on pretty easy. You just got to kind of find that happy medium where they're not hanging over anything. Same with the one on the top. That was pretty easy. This side I had a little bit of trouble, and I'll show you why. The front door one was fine. It's this bad boy down here. If you look on the box, it is a completely different size than what they actually give you. And if you watch the Super7 video of the unboxing, they don't put any of the stickers on. That should be a red flag right there. So they accidentally manufactured the sticker a lot bigger than the door that you're supposed to be putting it on. And that's a problem because it overhangs. So you could fold it over, but here we're kind of like, I want to say Imagineers. What we did was we put it over both doors, and then I used an X-Acto knife to just cut it along this line. So then you get the nice neat look of the foot boot here right across without having to cut it in half essentially if you were folding it over into the door here. So I think it's a nice trim look. You can kind of finish it off, smooth it out a little bit. I have it a little rough on the edges, but then you get to see the whole sticker this way. But you can see what I mean. On the picture it's like this big, but in reality it's this big and it's just too big. This door looks a little bit bigger in the picture too. So there must have been a disconnect between the factory and the design stage of this. So I also want to show you the little missiles that are in here. If you didn't notice on the interior, this seat actually hangs over this, so this is not interrupting your area on the interior. This is hidden by the gunner seat, which is a nice feature compared to the original version. So you can see the missiles here, how these are covered as well. The only problem is the stickers aren't big enough. It doesn't go all the way around, and I fear that over time this is going to catch and these are going to peel out. And they're not going to hold on, requiring you either to glue them on with some spray adhesive or some other method. But yeah, it kind of sucks because you lose this really great sticker that's on here. Same with this one, it's just not long enough. It looks really nice and I appreciate it because the originals I believe were just orange. So it's a nice way to upgrade them, but they don't really, that design was kind of poor. But those are my only two major sticking points on this thing so far. I mean, it's pretty awesome. It's amazing. You can fit all your guys in it. It takes up a lot of space, but you know, it's kind of worth it because, you know, Ultimates in general are a little bit bigger than your standard figures. And yeah, I mean, that is pretty much the design. So why don't we wrap up and I'll show you how this compares to the original Party Wagon. Well, here it is. Here is our original Playmates Party Wagon. You can see it's much smaller. You could probably almost fit it inside this one. I'll give it a shot. I don't think it's going to happen, but you can see the decals are a little bit different on here. It still has the foot stinks, but on this side it also says foot stinks. It's party time. The emblem's a little different here. There's no glass. There's the sticker windows on the side. Yeah, I mean, there's the sticker for the engine. The bottom has nothing. So yeah, it's a much toned down version, but very similar in design still. And like I said, on the original, if you open this door, this comes slinking out. The bombs drop. The interior was just all yellow. There was nothing else in there in the design. And this was just a basic child's toy back then. Like, this was not a collector's item like it is now. So 2 different styles, 2 different time periods. The whole door opens up. There's not multiple sections here. You could put characters in the driving seat, but you have to put them in through the roof. There was no opening doors on this one. But I love this one still for its own nostalgic value. It's still fun. Hopefully we'll get another re-release of this from Playmates. This was, I think, 2021 this was out. You could still probably pick it up from Big Bad or from Entertainment Earth or something like that. But this one is out right now. It was a 2023 release, and this is still available at Big Bad and Entertainment Earth. A lot more money. I think this was like 50 bucks, and this is 500. So 10 times more, but it's 10 times more fun. I will say that as well. So yeah, I'm going to try really quick to see if I can fit it inside of here. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. That would be really fun if you can. You can actually. That's crazy. You could fit it in here, but you're not going to close this door. So it does fit in barely, and I could probably maneuver it to get it to sit in a little bit more flush, but you're not going to be able to close this thing because it's going to hit the seats. But that's crazy that you could fit the original Party Wagon inside the Super 7 Party Wagon. So pretty cool. I mean, altogether, this is probably one of the coolest things I own now. It's definitely the largest of the Party Wagons. I think the cartoon one from NECA is a little bit smaller. But this is amazing, and I think that's just also to the fact that the Super 7 Ultimates are about 7 inches or 8 inches, and the NECA ones are a little bit shorter. I think about 6. So this scale would be a little bit smaller. But in the end, amazing, absolutely amazing product. Totally worth it to me for the cost of this thing. For what you're getting with it, it is a beautifully designed item. The only thing I would worry about over time are these doors, because they're on this little pressure fit with these tabs. These tabs are eventually going to break, and then you're not going to be able to have the doors closing as flush as you have them right now. And same with the gunner door. I would prefer some kind of latch and release mechanism where you push in a tab to slide in a tab and let it close or something like that, and that would hold it in place, and that way you're not constantly pulling and slamming and wearing that little tab. So over time that's going to wear and that's going to suck, but other than that, everything is great. I love this little tow cable here. This is fun for the back here. They could have put like a little piece of red plastic glass here for the lights, and that would have made it pop a little bit more. I think they did that on the front. Yeah, they did that in the front with the headlights, but not in the taillights. I think that would have just made it pop. But other than that, no complaints. I mean, this is a brilliantly designed piece. It's going to go great with the turtles. It's going to display great, and it's just going to look great, and it's a great nostalgia kick. So, you know, the shortcomings with the stickers could be overcome by you printing out your own custom stickers to fit that, or Super 7 could send out an apology to owners along with a new sticker sheet, and that would be great too. We'll see. I mean, with something this expensive, that's something they should do in terms of their customer service, is just send us a couple of 50-cent stickers to fix that. Other than that, it's a great product, and I think you're going to love it if you get it. There's plenty in stock. I don't think it's selling out anytime soon, but once it does, though, I could see this going for much greater in the collector's market. So you don't want to be on the end of it if you change your mind and you want it and it's twice the price or 3 times the price in the future. So now is a good time to get it, and it's a great time to set it up and display it and, you know, make that room on your shelf. I'm going to have my characters climbing on it, so that way I don't have to duplicate the room that they currently occupy. So yeah, a lot of fun, worth it, definitely awesome. I love that little extra detail with the glass parts in there, or the plastic parts in there, and all the detailing on the interior. So definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it in person. And I mean, roll the dice and buy it. We'll give you that code, so you get 10% off of the stock. Don't get free shipping, I don't think, because this thing is so massive. I think you still get charged shipping, even though it's more than the $79 limit. You could try it. I just know with larger items, you don't get that free shipping deal. I think the best deal you might have is buying it off of Big Bad. Although it's $500, it's more than on entertainment. I think the shipping, it will probably be a lot more favorable. I don't know if it's still $4 shipping, but you know, play around and see what your best option is. We'll give you that 10% off code. I don't think you're going to get free shipping on this. You could try it from Entertainment Earth, but I think Big Bad might have better shipping, although it's a little bit more money. So I think it evens out that it ends up being the better deal. So check that out. That's all for this time. That wraps us for Turtle Talk for this week and for this month. We'll have more Turtle Talk, but we're not going to have any in March. We're going to wait until April because March is all about Ghostbusters. We have the movie coming out, 40th anniversary this year in June. We're going to use March to celebrate Ghostbusters. We're going to have a ton of Ghostbusters product reviews. So come back for Ghostbusters month and see us here. We have one more surprise review this week. Since it's a weird week, being that it's a leap year, I'm decided to do something a little weird. So come back and check that out. It'll be a new segment I want to start. So that's all for this time. As always, like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you guys next time.